Hey y'all, it's Joanne here and I'm back at it again with another Duke related video, period. So today y'all, I'll be talking about pre-med stuff. So if you watched my last vlog, you know that I stated the direction I want this channel to go in terms of like what I'll be posting. So, I said I'll, post my little pre-med journey, and what better way to start it than to like start with like the realities of being pre-med, like what you're really signing up for, what you really need to buckle down and, buck up and be prepared to, overcome, accomplish, and all that. I feel like this is a perfect time for me to upload this because I'm currently in my junior year. My junior year, my last semester of my junior year. And I'm about to start studying for my MCAT. So basically, I'm almost done with all of my pre-med requirements. Like by the end of the semester going to my senior year, I'll be done with all my main pre-med classes that I need for the MCAT. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna make this video. I'm actually really excited because I just want to give y'all a revelation and I want to help people out. Because I know for me it was really daunting and I kind of just did everything on a whim. I was just like, oh, I'm pre-med, I'm gonna do it, thinking it was just gonna be like high school, because high school for me was easy. Even the sciences, like I just felt like, I did good in high school, yada yada yada. I'm not gonna say I got humbled, but I definitely got my eyes opened, especially coming to like a top 10 school. So enough rambling. This is a very long intro, but just be ready for the realities of being pre-med, and let's just get straight into it. Okay, y'all, so let's get started. I have 5 things here on my sticky note because I wrote everything in my notes app, but I'm obviously filming on my phone, so I can't even see my notes. So I have to make this sticky note. But anyway, I have 5 things on here, and the first thing I'm going to start with is being pre-med is a very long journey. Being pre-med and being in medicine is a long journey, period. If you didn't know, like in total, like your years of schooling is around 10 to 12 years. That's including undergrad. So that's undergrad, med school, residency, fellowship, all of that. Like all of that will take a span of 10 to 12 years. So I'm just going to say that off the jump. If you're not prepared for 10 to 12 years of school, and when I mean school, it's not high school. Like this is hard sciences, classes, all that. If you're not prepared to be grinding every year for the next 10 to 12 years, this is not for you. Like I'm just gonna be very honest, because even I was like in high school when I was deciding if I wanted to be pre-med. One of my aunts, she's actually a family friend, but Nigerians, that's my aunt. So anyway, my aunt is actually a rheumatologist, and she's basically my mentor because she's the one that encouraged me to like really buckle down, and like she just encouraged me that I could really do it. And 12 years or 10 years seems like a lot, but time flies, and I honestly agree with that. I didn't make this the first point to discourage people. I just wanted to give y'all again the reality of this profession and the reality of becoming a doctor. So don't let this whole 10 to 12 year journey discourage you. I know it's daunting, but like for me, I'm basically a quarter of the way done already, and like it went by very fast. Undergrad goes by fast, so I have a feeling med school, all that will also go by fast. So in terms of time, like you need to dedicate time to studying, time to building your resume, time to do research, time to volunteer, like all of those things, which I'll talk about later on in the video. But just know, being pre-med is a long journey and it's time consuming, but if you're built for it like me and you're ready to buckle down and just do it and think about your future and think about the people you'll be helping and all of that, it's worth it. And I know a lot of doctors that I talk to, they say it's worth it, and they're living good, comfortable lives. So that's how I'm trying to be. And yeah, guys, so now I'm going to go on to the second reality of being pre-med. So another thing I think y'all need to realize is that being pre-med is competitive. Just like getting into college now is competitive, getting into med school is also competitive. And I'd also like to preface, like, yes, we're in the generation, like our generation, a lot of people don't want to be doctors anymore. Like a lot of people are doing like the fast track way to money. So just a disclosure or disclaimer or whatever. If you're doing medicine for money, just don't even do it. Like honestly, like it's not worth it to be out here struggling for 12 years to make a good 6 figures. Like our generation, people are making money without even going to college. People are getting into tech, people are getting into affiliate marketing, all that stuff. So if you just want to make money and that's why you're in pre-med, just go do all of those other professions or other side hustles that are going on right now. Because this is a very competitive environment. And I personally don't see it as something detrimental to me. I kind of see it as motivation. At first, yeah, you're gonna get a little imposter syndrome and you're gonna feel like, oh my gosh, am I even built for this? Like, can I even really become a doctor? Like, am I built for this? You know what I mean? But the more you go on in your journey and the more you surround yourself with people that are also pre-med, you'll see that everyone's kind of on the same playing field. Like no one really knows what they're doing. No one really knows what's gonna happen. And me talking as a Duke student, I would also like to preface that it's gonna be very competitive if you go to a top 10 institution or one of these top ranked universities. I went to a very competitive high school in Texas. I was top 8% of my graduating class. And, that got me into Duke. But now I'm at Duke, and you're surrounded by everyone that was top 5, top 10% of their class. You know what I mean? So take that into perspective. And I'm not saying don't go to Duke or don't go to, like, these high schools. I picked Duke because Duke Med. And I picked Duke because I truly believe they will prepare me the best for med school. I feel like the rigor that I have here at Duke is gonna prepare me for the rigor in med school. Med school is not easy. Like it's like everything I've learned as a pre-med student in these 4 years is apparently gonna be my first semester of med school. So just think about that. So lastly, to close off being competitive, sorry, this is so long. To close off being competitive, I also feel like do things that make you stand out. Yes, you're a pre-med student and you need to be doing research, you need to be volunteering, you need to be in sciences, all that. But do things that will make you stand out on your resume. Like I'm on a dance team here, a urban street style dance team, and we're like one of the top dance teams on campus. Like I'm not even saying that to be cocky, but it's not like, oh, she's on a dance team and they only practice twice a week and it's just for fun. Like no, we practice, like it's very rigorous, like showcases, performances, all that. And now I'm choreographing this year, so I have 2 pieces to choreograph for. Like I'm also putting myself in other outlets that I like. So I dance, y'all know I work out, I post that on Instagram, I'm a YouTuber, I'm doing so many other things, and all of these different things are what I can put on my med school application to stand out from other people. So yes, be competitive, get your GPA, get your MCAT score up, but remember everything comes down to being holistic as well. You don't want a doctor that's just like a lame doctor that just be in their books. Like, like no one wants a doctor like that. People want relatable people as their doctors, fun, cool, all that. So yeah, that's the end of being competitive. That was so long. I'm probably going to cut some things out. So if you want a part 2 of where I go into depth of each like element of being pre-med and like, each element that I think is important, just drop that down below and I'll get that video out to you guys. So now we're gonna move on to the third item. And I was already talking about this kind of indirectly, but your classes are gonna be hard. And more specifically, you're gonna be in positions where you pull all-nighters. You're gonna be in positions where you're crying after exam. You're gonna be in positions where you're crying before the exam because you already feel like you're gonna fail. Like these are real and valid feelings that you're gonna have. And I'm not saying this to scare you, but I'm saying this to prepare you. So the first specific thing I want to talk about is being pre-med, you're bound to have 8 a.m. classes. 8:30s, 9 o'clock. Like you're bound to have those early classes. And that's just what comes with being pre-med. I know on Twitter, or people are always like, avoid 8:30s at all costs. Don't take an 8:30. As a pre-med, sorry to tell you, you have no choice. Like my freshman year, Chem 101, 8:30. Physics last semester, what was it? 8:40. Like Like every semester I think I've had an 8:30. And if I don't have an 8:30, I'm doing research around that time. So regardless, to fit everything you want in your schedule, you're gonna have an 8:30. And you know, it is hard. 8:30s in college, it is harder to get up for those classes, even though in high school we went to school at like 7 a.m. I don't know why that is. I think it's the walking and the stress of like actually being alone. But yeah, just be prepared to have 8:30s, 8 a.m.s, and it is what it is. Because in med school, the same thing. You're gonna start your day at 8 a.m. Like your first class is probably gonna be at 8 a.m. So I feel like they did that intentionally. Another thing I want to talk about are the labs. So, you know, pre-med, you're taking sciences, chem, biology, biochem, all that. Physics, you're gonna have labs. And at Duke, my labs are 3 hours long. Actually, 3.5. So all my chem labs were 3.5 hours. My bio labs are also 3.5. Like, minimum, you're gonna have labs on top of your lecture and discussion. So you're gonna have lecture where you listen to the professor, discussion where you talk about like the things you learned in lecture and apply them to practice problems, and then you're gonna have lab, which is a whole another like portion of your grade. And sometimes your lab is like considered a different class, so it's not like there's a lecture grade and then a lab grade. So what I'm trying to say is that those labs will be long. They'll be tiring. Sometimes you'll have those labs on a Friday afternoon and you won't get out of class on Friday till 6. That has happened to me. And it's annoying, guys. Like, that was annoying. Like, I actually hated it. I dreaded going to lab. But at the end of the day, like I keep saying, this is what it's really going to be like. This is why I'm saying this is the reality. If you are not sure and you don't have like a strong mindset and you're not determined, you're going to crack. like you're really going to crack. And I'm not saying this again to be like negative, but I'm just letting y'all know, you know? So these 3-hour labs, they're not it. I don't know how it is at other institutions, but at Duke, chem and bio labs were, you know, a good 3.5 hours. Physics lab is really not that bad. It's like 1 hour 50, 2 hours. And sometimes we get out early because physics, there's no chemicals or anything. Lastly, the thing about classes is beware of the weed out class. And I'm gonna let y'all know right now, the weed out class is organic chemistry, also known as OChem or Orgo or organic chem. Organic chemistry is the weed out class for pre-meds. Thank God, I actually got an A- in Orgo 1. You know, so I was really excited about that. A lot of people, when you ask them, why aren't you pre-med anymore? Orgo. Like, people are like, it was Orgo for me. Like, they couldn't do it after that. And it's completely understandable because Orgo is a very different chemistry. I liked it actually because it was like a puzzle. Like, it was like, I don't know. The mechanisms, yeah, they're hard, but like, I like puzzles. Like in high school when we did geometry and there were proofs, like I was good at proofs. Like, I like all that, like, what's gonna happen type stuff. So yeah, I guess that's why I did well in those classes. But again, Orgo is that weed out class. Okay, y'all, sorry, I put my leg up. Like, I just need to get comfortable because this is kind of a long video. Okay, so the fourth thing I have going off of classes is be prepared to overload. And overloading means taking more than the recommended credit hours or classes that's recommended per semester. So like at Duke is so weird because like my friends at Howard, my friends at like that go to school in Texas, they all just have credits. But Duke doesn't use credits. Like we don't even use hours. We just have like units for each class. So basically at Duke, the normal amount of classes like a full-time student will take is 4 classes. Overloading means you'll go above those 4 classes. So for me, I'm taking 5 classes. My freshman year, I only took 4 classes both semesters, and then I realized I'm not gonna graduate on time if I don't overload. So being pre-med, you have to, so if your major doesn't really overlap with the pre-med requirements like that, you're definitely gonna need to overload. Because think about it, you have to take all those extra pre-med classes. You got to take your major requirement classes, your classes that you need to graduate, like Spanish. Like at Duke, you need 3 semesters of a language to graduate. So you have your pre-med requirements, your major requirements, your university requirements, and if you're minoring, you have your minor requirements. So all of those classes, if none of them are overlapping, you're gonna have to overload. You're gonna have to overload, take more classes than you're supposed to during each semester, and on top of that, take summer classes. And summer classes, be prepared to pay out of pocket. This is what I'm telling y'all. Like, these are the things people don't tell you. But yeah, if you're like taking 5 like me, or you're taking more than the recommended, you're gonna be busy, and you just gotta work on your time management, or else you won't graduate. So yeah, that's another harsh reality. Okay, y'all, so that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys found it informative. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Hit that bell button, hit that thumbs up, and subscribe to be notified every time I post a video. If you want more pre-med college related content like this, drop that down below. Let me know what y'all want. And yeah, I think that's the end of this video. I've been talking for too long. And I got things to do. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, drink your water, kids, get active, and I'll see y'all in the next video.